This YouTuber was once one of the biggest names on the platform.
Oh my gosh!
But after her content took a dark turn,
Oh, Shane, did I hurt you?
allegations threatened her reputation,
No, I did not cheat on David with Slava.
and her online behavior became increasingly erratic.
The old Breland can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead.
Will regrets be all this creator is left with?
I just wish I could go back and slap the out of myself.
Or is redemption possible for anyone in 2023, even GlitterForever17? Breland Emery Kent's online journey had zigzagged in every direction possible. But after hitting a new low,
I lost it all due to lots of bad decisions, a good deal of thievery, and just being plain old stupid.
and turning on her viewers,
You don't give a about me.
it's through the same openness that gained her enemies that this YouTuber might make her comeback.
I don't give a what anybody thinks.
The trend cycle doesn't speed, slow, or stop for anyone. It's a relentless force that spins at its own rate. This fact leaves influencers with three options: keep up, bow out, or become a relic of trends past. The hardest route undoubtedly being the first. But when Breland Emery Kent joined YouTube, she seemed to not only have an uncanny ability to stay on top of trends, she could outpace them. It was this gift that would cement GlitterForever17 into YouTube's Hall of Fame.
Hi, Glitter Critters! It's Breland here.
As her channel name suggested, Breland's content was based around girlhood and youth.
Today I'm going to show you 8 cute and easy school hairstyles that will really make everyone stare and say, wow, how did you learn to do that? And you can say, I'm just talented.
The creator's earliest videos placed her in YouTube's competitive beauty category,
So I'm finally done, and this is the finished product, and it's beautiful. I love it.
and Breland did everything she could to fit the mold of a beauty influencer. She made videos on celebrity-inspired makeovers, tips for prom dress shopping, and cures for middle school insecurities.
I want to teach you how to go from this to this. And this is so much better.
But viewers found her methods to be questionable. Her looks always were chaotic with no flow or cohesion to them. I cannot tell if she is extremely out of touch with reality or just f***ing with everyone. Someone needs to take her camera away and sedate her heavily. That's 8 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Proof that anyone can have a YouTube channel. But if Breland wasn't offering helpful advice, why was her channel succeeding? Well, allegations have been raised suggesting the YouTuber amassed her initial Glitter Critter following by spamming other users asking them to subscribe back to her. But none of this speculation could account for Breland's rise on YouTube. The creator was receiving millions of views by offering content other YouTubers weren't. One way she did this was by documenting her permanent makeup journey, a process that included getting permanent eyeliner, filling in an eyebrow scar, and fixing a green spot on her nose caused by her nose ring. The choice to promote permanent makeup to her audience of children and young teens may have been questionable, but perhaps this was Breland's attempt to maintain relevance. After all, every influencer has their expiration date. By 2015, GlitterForever17 was a channel in the midst of a transformation. As if sensing hair and makeup tutorials could only take her so far, Breland had shifted to the new trend of DIY hacks popularized by channels like Troom Troom, with edible objects,
I'm hungry. I wonder what this phone case would taste like.
dual-purpose phone cases,
Hello?
Hey girl, what's up?
Oh, hey!
Yeah, I've been trying to get rid of this rash for weeks. It's starting to leak.
Maybe you should see a doctor for that.
and larger-than-life lip balm.
I wish the COS was bigger.
Oh my gosh!
Breland's videos were more attention-grabbing than they were practical, but attention was exactly what the YouTuber's success hinged on. During this DIY era, Breland also collaborated with one of YouTube's biggest creators at the time, Shane Dawson. In their first video together, Shane challenged her to create a life hacks video for poor people.
I know you grew up poor, I grew up poor, and there were so many things that I wish I could have known.
And although some of the advice Breland provided wasn't serious,
If you're hungry, why buy food when you can just print it out for free?
The video also offered money-saving tips and provided insight into Breland's pre-YouTube fame life.
I know being poor is nothing to joke about, but I have been poor and homeless in the past and wanted to share these hacks with you that got me through tough times and made me the humble and thankful person that I am today.
But Breland made another video with Shane that had some more disturbing content.
Oh look, I want to show you.
The sketch video involved Breland using parts of Shane's body to create a Frankenstein EOS lip balm that was unlikely to pass any health codes. Viewers were not impressed with the collaboration. If this was a joke, then why am I not laughing? I'm sorry, but am I the only one thinking that she's a little bit insane? And despite the YouTuber's promise that no one was hurt during the making of the video,
If you are a Shane Dawson fan, like, don't hurt me. I promise that I didn't actually hurt Shane. I would never hurt Shane. He is too sweet to hurt.
it appeared Breland's message hadn't reassured her viewers. This haunted me as a kid. I remember being scarred after watching this. She knew kids were watching, what the hell? Despite GlitterForever17's reputation as a child-friendly channel, Breland's new content rarely catered to her young audience. She made videos on pregnant Barbie costumes children were unlikely to wear,
I don't know where babies come out of. Where do they come out of, Ken?
bodily functions that many had yet to experience,
Keep a calendar in your locker at all times and make sure you mark with super glitterful stickers like this the date of your period.
prison hacks when the biggest punishment most of her viewers had received was detention,
This video is not for people who are in prison. If you are going to prison, this would probably help.
and personal hygiene tips for intimate areas that went beyond her jurisdiction and expertise.
This video is to help you. I'm not making this video to be disgusting or to be gross.
These mature concepts, paired with inappropriate jokes, made many feel Breland's channel was no longer a safe space for children.
So I just applied this all around my lips to make my lips look even bigger, kind of like a fish, and kind of like my swollen...
Although some viewers were receptive to the channel's change in direction, Breland makes some of the weirdest stuff on YouTube, but I still love her. Others were not. Why are you doing this? And those who dared to rewatch the GlitterForever17 videos they'd grown up on were in for a shock at what they'd been exposed to. I can't believe I watched her when I was younger. She took it way too far. I thought this was kid content. But as the channel continued to alienate its audience, Breland's personal life was about to go up in flames. In 2016, Breland got engaged to her long-term boyfriend, David. The proposal took place in Berlin, Germany, during a sponsored trip for a menstruation tracking app. And although Breland claimed she was happy about the engagement,
I was surprised how emotional I got during that moment, especially in front of all of those people.
just a day short of a year after the engagement video was posted, Breland announced her split with her fiancé.
We broke up. The engagement is off.
The 10-year relationship was over, had been for a while according to Breland. Even during the proposal, a vital spark had been missing from their relationship, the YouTuber claimed.
The thing is, when he proposed, you could tell that my genuine reaction was not of someone who was head over heels in love with someone. Everyone was like, congratulations, congratulations, I wish you well, I wish you lots of love and happiness. And it's like deep down, I didn't really think of myself as being happy married to David.
Feelings had grown stale, and despite her best efforts to revive them, she couldn't.
I love David and I loved David, but I just didn't have that romance and that passion and that romantic spark with him anymore.
The YouTuber avoided sharing her feelings with David by avoiding him. She slept in a separate room, stopped spending time with him, and distanced herself from the life of a newly engaged couple. Eventually, David asked Breland what was going on, the push the creator needed to put her feelings on the table.
I said, David, I love you very much, but my feelings for you have just dwindled, and I'm so sorry. I would never want to hurt you. I still love you, but I'm just not in love with you anymore.
And with that conversation, the relationship came to its conclusion. It was a sad story for all parties involved, except Breland didn't seem upset. Despite the tear-smeared eye makeup in the thumbnail, she remained stone-faced throughout the video. Perhaps this was because the breakup was old news. Anyone who followed the YouTuber on social media could tell Breland and her ex-fiancé were over. No, it was the new man slathered across the YouTuber's socials that fans wanted clarification on. His name was Slava, and yes, Breland confirmed, they were romantically involved, but the YouTuber was adamant she had not cheated on David.
My relationship with David did end before I started a relationship with Slava romantically. Yes, I had a friendship with Slava while I was still with David, but we did not have a romantic relationship.
Despite her insistence there had been no overlap, online lore surrounding the YouTuber suggests otherwise. She also allegedly admitted to cheating in a since-deleted video. At best, the timelines between the two relationships appeared messy. But Breland's new beau added another level of scandal to the situation.
I found my happiness with Slava. I am happy for the first time in several years.
Although Slava's YouTube channel was scrubbed after their relationship was announced, he was allegedly known for posting problematic content. And then there were the persistent rumors about his sexuality that suggested he played for a team Breland was not a member of. But the creator was quick to defend Slava.
This guy does not deserve this hate. He is such a good, generous, sweet person. I know he says crazy offensive things in his videos, but that's not actually him.
According to Breland, there was no malice behind the things he said, just like there wasn't any behind what she said.
He's offensive, that's just who he is. He's a troll, so am I.
The YouTuber acknowledged trolling wasn't okay and voiced her intent to make a change.
I don't want to be like a horrible, annoying troll anymore. I want to be someone inspiring and someone that makes videos that makes you happy, because I want to share my happiness with you. So stay tuned for happy videos coming up. I'm working on them now.
But as time would soon prove, Breland's promise to do better would go unfulfilled. Less than 6 months after Breland officially announced her relationship, she and Slava were married. Although it may seem that the two ran down the aisle, Slava was a Russian citizen, and the two had 90 days to marry after he was approved for a K-1 visa in July. But what goes up must come down, and GlitterForever17's viewership was on the decline. In desperate attempts to gain viewers back, Breland uploaded increasingly bizarre videos. She played up the rumors about her husband's sexuality by posting videos searching through his makeup bag and trying on the same swimsuits. And other videos Breland posted during this time were downright dangerous for her impressionable viewership, like Sharpie makeup tutorials.
Please, do not try this. I have done this before and I am educated on the proper way to prep my face.
But it wasn't just her YouTube content that had changed.
The old Breland can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because she's dead. Because she never existed to begin with.
Breland's previously ordinary streams on YouNow had become a crazed spectacle viewers couldn't look away from.
And by the way, for all you concerned about me, sit on this and, twist.
The YouTuber's glitter critters almost seemed coddled when compared to the insults Breland hurled at her audience over lives.
Eat my delicious, fat, stanky. Y'all shut the quit being hypocrite.
Whatever a previously lucrative YouTube career earned the influencer had apparently dried up.
Y'all think I should get my lips done? Let's be real, I don't even have money to get my lips done. I need to make some money.
And Breland wasn't above handouts.
Do any of y'all broke motherfuckers have any more bars? Because I could totally use them before I leave.
But the YouTuber's live streams also offered worrying glimpses into the influencer's personal life, like moments that expose why Slava had been such a controversial character on YouTube.
I see why people...
Hey,
churches.
Rosario! Hey,
See?
girl!
Now it's easy to understand why people go to church.
Suggested alcohol
And all you want, little 12-year-old snob.
and a deteriorating mental state that kept viewers fascinated, concerned, and more importantly, watching.
Ew, you don't give a about me.
If there was still any hesitancy over whether Breland's content was for children, the answer was now a resounding no. And even for YouNow, the creator's streams went too far. In a since-deleted YouTube video from March 2018, Breland complained to her viewers about YouNow's decision to suspend her. She claimed YouNow was the only platform where she could speak in her thick accent, use foul language, and be her authentic self. Breland's viewers weren't sympathetic to the YouTuber's fight for censorship. Wait, she's 30 and acting like this? I don't know how she can watch this video and think, I came off well in this video and it's worthy of an upload. I couldn't make 3 minutes past this video. What an incredibly spoiled, entitled brat. And for some, this was a reintroduction to the creator who'd all but faded from memory since the mid-2010s. Wow, haven't heard her name in forever. I googled her name after seeing this and her IG is not kid-friendly, which is what I thought she was on YouTube. She doesn't appear to be stable. How scary. I remember watching her back in like 2014, and she was just like that. But I would expect her to mature with time. It's not interesting to watch a channel that never grows, goes anywhere, just stays in the same place. But one viewer had their own hypothesis for Breland's online behavior. She's a troll, a possibly mentally unstable troll. She's always done stuff like this because it makes her somewhat relevant again and gets her views. They might not have been far off. In April 2019, a forum user revealed they saw Breland was having an estate sale on Facebook Marketplace. The sale boasted discounted makeup, toys, clothing, and more. In May 2019, Breland came back to YouTube, giving insight into her brief sabbatical from the platform. She told her viewers her depression over her channel's decline had prevented her from posting. She also confirmed her precarious financial position that was leading to some major lifestyle changes, like possibly losing her house. 1 month later, Breland confirmed the situation had not improved by uploading a foreclosure house tour. Although Breland explained the foreclosure wasn't certain, one thing was that she could no longer afford to live in her dream home.
I won't be living here for much longer, and that's what happens when you lose all your money.
And low YouTube views were far from the source of her financial woes. No, reckless spending had been the culprit, as Breland herself admitted.
You get that mindset of, oh my gosh, I'm invincible, I'll always have this money coming in. It's gonna end, eventually it will, nothing lasts forever. Learn from my mistakes, people.
Spread across the house were the leftovers of Breland's out-of-control spending habits. The over-the-top renovations, luxury furniture, and state-of-the-art appliances all pointed to times when money came fast and went faster.
That's what happens when the white trash princess wins the lottery.
In the house so big and now so barren, her voice echoing off the walls, Breland spoke about how she planned to have children with her ex-fiancé, a life she opted out of.
That's one of the main reasons why I decided to, let go of this house, is because it was kind of for a life that I planned with someone else. Deep down, I realized I didn't really want that life. Let's move on before I start to cry.
Throughout the video, Breland made light of her poor financial decisions.
This is where I cry myself to sleep at night.
But also offered her viewers advice to avoid making the same mistakes she had.
The moral to this story is, don't live beyond your means, because that's pretty much what I did.
It was a lesson Breland learned the hard way.
Life changed for me, and now I'm having to suffer the consequences.
But the YouTuber was determined to one day earn her money back.
I'll get back there again. I'm gonna work my hardest. Even if I have to get an actual job, as everyone says, there's no shame in that. I'm a very driven person.
After all, the whole situation had taught her she was stronger than she thought.
So if I can come back from this, I can come back from anything.
It was clear Breland didn't expect her poor decisions to receive an outpouring of support.
Let me know in the comments.
How much of an idiot do you think I am?
How much of an idiot do you think I am?
And although the comments section is now turned off on the video, online, her video wasn't being met with ridicule, but sympathy. Sadly, I think this may be the future reality of many of these gurus as this phase era continues to die out. It's a hard lesson, but hopefully she's learned from it. Some even applauded Breland's openness. I'm glad she's being very honest and upfront about it. Kids these days are so influenced by social media, thinking they need to buy everything every other social media influencer has, and don't realize how badly it can hurt their spending habits in the future. According to online murmurs, Breland listed the house for $900,000, and after almost a year on the market, allegedly dropped the price to $415,000. Although this wasn't a major difference from the price Breland allegedly bought the house for, the loss was considerable given the expensive renovations. Later, someone claimed the price had plummeted even further. Just saw a post on Facebook by a realtor for their house. The price has been dropped to $335K. When Breland updated her fans on the house, The YouTuber revealed she had been renting to own. The residence had been repossessed by the owners. This meant every dollar the YouTuber had spent on the home was a failed investment.
I didn't get any money for the house.
But this wasn't the point of the video. On a hot streak with her radical honesty, Breland was ready to talk about a situation she'd remained silent on, her YouNow streams.
Now that I look back, I cringe so hard, I want to put my head into a hole and explode my head, which I'm pretty sure other people would like to do the same if you've seen these YouNow broadcasts.
She noted the streams had led to speculation, rumors, and concern over her mental state, but the YouTuber claimed she had been clear-headed when recording the lives. The source of her personality shift hadn't come from any psychological struggle. No, it all came down to one thing: money.
I knew if YouTube failed and if I couldn't make any money anywhere, that scares me. And that scared me back then, and that would scare anyone.
Viewership on her channel had dwindled, with videos going from hundreds of thousands of views to tens of thousands overnight. This was a waking nightmare for the YouTuber who never saw an end to her success.
I was like, no way, this can't be happening. Why is this happening to me? I've worked so hard on YouTube. Why is my YouTube failing like this?
Live streaming offered an enticing alternative form of income, but the typical Q&As and chats weren't giving her the viewership she needed.
I wasn't really making that much. I think I only made like maybe 10 or 20 bucks from my live streams, and I was thinking, you know, like, this is taking so much of my time and it's just not paying up enough.
After seeing her YouTube revenue wouldn't make her mortgage payment, Breland snapped. She decided to take inspiration from one of YouTube's most controversial figures.
That's it. I am letting loose. I'm gonna pull a Trisha Paytas if I have to.
The plan was to use YouNow to troll. She would act as unhinged as possible to keep people watching and waiting to see what she would do next.
People just love to see others like crazy because it makes them feel better about themselves.
And there was no limit Breland didn't push, from filming in the bathtub to making up elaborate stories. She was the internet's raving show pony.
It worked. People played into this drama. I actually became the #1 viewed YouNower on YouNow. People would flock to my broadcast.
With the money YouNow provided, bills that had piled up for Breland were finally being paid.
Every single time I would live stream, I would make hundreds of dollars. There was one live stream that actually made $500.
The YouTuber ended up earning almost $10,000 from the streams. But the money that had so fueled Breland had also blinded her to the never-ending memory.
I just wish I could go back and slap the out of myself. This is gonna live online forever.
See, Breland's lives had one hidden fee the influencer hadn't accounted for: her reputation.
The fact that my YouTube audience has heard about this and has seen the live streams, it just makes me cringe so hard.
A month after starting her YouNow act, Breland knew she had to stop. She offered anyone who witnessed her live streams an apology.
I just want to say how sorry I am for those YouNow live streams.
Breland claimed her recent hardships had matured her, and the creator was ready to win back the respect her lives had cost her.
I'm gonna do my best to, I guess, earn your trust back and earn your respect. Because I know a lot of people lost respect for me during that time.
But her apology was later deleted, and soon after, GlitterForever17 became inactive. Was this the end of Breland's YouTube career? Not quite. Although her original channel was on pause, Breland very much wasn't. The YouTuber was still uploading videos, this time under a new name, her own. On her new channel, Breland posts vlogs, tutorials, mukbangs, and has recently become a member of YouTube's true crime community.
Hello there, my true crime cult. It's Breland here.
It's through this channel that some of the blanks about Breland's life have been filled in, like her relationship dynamic with Slava. With vlog titles like Wife Takes Half-Gay Husband to the Gay Club, Why Husband and Wife Sleep in Separate Bedrooms, and My Husband is Looking for a Boyfriend, Breland has alluded to a lot while answering little.
I swear you look for men anywhere. Such a...
It's my talent.
But in a now privated video from February 2022 titled Our Open Marriage, Breland and Slava were more direct about their situation. In the video, Breland stated that after coming out of a 10-year relationship with her ex-fiancé, she realized monogamy wasn't for her. This meant since the beginning of their relationship, both Slava and Breland had permission to pursue other romantic interests. And for Breland's husband, those interests included men. The couple described Slava's bisexuality as being half gay. On her new channel, Breland also posted a video about what she took for granted when she was rich. Her wealth, she admitted, had been squandered.
I had lost it all due to lots of bad decisions, a good deal of thievery, and just being plain old stupid.
And although she was in a better financial situation currently, there had been a time in between losing her house and the present when fast food, brand name groceries, and Christmas had all become luxuries she couldn't afford.
You used to be able to buy the steak and lobster, but now you can only have the chicken fingers that they heat up in the microwave.
To Breland, she felt like she'd regressed to her pre-YouTube days.
And it really just took me back to my childhood when we didn't have much money and we were living off food stamps and ramen noodles. We did get to the point to where I was legit eating cup of noodles every single day because it was cheap.
But from Breland's perspective, she could now see the pitfalls of wealth, such as not being able to appreciate what she had.
Life is no longer a challenge. There's nothing really to work for anymore. That type of life just doesn't make you happy.
Still, there were parts of success that she missed, like the respect of her peers.
I had people in my contacts, like all the biggest YouTubers, and I was able to collaborate with a lot of them if I wanted to. Now, they wouldn't respond to me whatsoever.
Although some viewers found the video's title to be insensitive, the response was largely positive. I'd rather have this video than any other influencer doing another haul or collabing. But it seemed Breland was onto a new money-making scheme, OnlyFans. Although the platform can be used to put any content behind a paywall, the former family-friendly YouTuber was using OnlyFans for the purpose most associate the site with, to sell explicit content. Many were shocked to see this career pivot from the creator, but some were less surprised by the development. I remember her posting a video about how her original YouTube personality wasn't her, so she changed up her content to make it more mature. Anyone else think what she is doing is not really a big deal? In an interview from December 2020 with Lucas Cruikshank, another YouTuber who had parted ways from his original alter ego Fred, Breland went over the highs and lows of her career. In the interview, Breland looked back on the beginning of her career fondly.
I loved it. I miss those old days. I was such trash and I didn't know what I was doing. Just going back and watching those old videos, it's nostalgic.
And she wasn't shy about the lasting impact she made on the YouTube community.
Yeah, so I was nobody's ever done an edible EOS before. Nobody was doing edible stuff. Look, I came up with that.
It was during this time that Breland was earning brand deals that paid more than many make in a year.
I think the most I did was with the Kylie and Kindle app. It was a gaming app where you can change the hair colors of the little avatars and stuff. I made $60,000. Those know how to make people happy.
But, as we now know, these riches weren't everlasting.
I got to a point where I was okay, I've been working so hard. This was after a couple of years of just constant working. I had about $400,000 in the bank. I was thinking I was doing right with my money. I want to buy a house. I wanted it to be on a lake and stuff like that because that was my dream, to be by the water, a lake and stuff. Big mistake.
And Breland started to lose interest in pretending to be someone she wasn't.
I was just constantly hiding behind this persona. It was a complete persona, the entire, hey Glitter Critters, it's Breland here! It was all just a fake.
She decided to document her rock bottom through her foreclosure house tour, a reality most people leave offline.
So I wanted to start being a real authentic. I wanted people to start seeing my personality, my real personality.
As for her history on YouNow, this was a past she took less pride in. Breland's experience on the internet had taught her one truth when it came to views. Shock beats substance every time. With this fact in mind, she began a character that was watchable over likable. She pretended to be inebriated, under the influence of substances, and abrasive because that's what kept viewers tuned in.
I knew in the past whenever I would troll, I would get tons of attention and I'd make some money.
Breland also spoke about her more recent decision to join OnlyFans. The YouTuber described this new persona subscribers got access to as one part her YouTube self and one part troll.
Yeah. I'm kind of merging this whole glitter I did DIY edibles.
And as far as any regrets Breland might have had for her online footprint, it seemed the creator had moved past this.
Do you ever get worried that like maybe you're gonna regret showing so much of just like your personal life, your emotional life, and even your physical self online? Or are you at peace with it and you're like, who gives?
Exactly. I don't give a what anybody thinks.
But just when it appeared Breland was ready to start her next chapter, the YouTuber flipped back to the beginning. GlitterForever17, a channel that had laid dormant for over 3 years, was active once again. On January 15th, 2023, Breland uploaded a video that promised to expose the truth about her downfall, relationships, and future. According to the YouTuber, her demise came down to one unstoppable force: karma.
You can only stay on top for so long, especially if you're a terrible person like I was.
And Breland didn't hesitate to list the ways she'd accumulated this spiritual debt. The YouTuber had abused substances, lied, and cheated on her fiancé with Slava, the latter coming with its own special brew of comeuppance.
Although I feel like I kinda deserved to lose my career because I didn't do good with it, I think the whole gay husband thing was a little harsh. Karma obviously has no sympathy for me.
Both Breland's marriage and career had failed, but the creator was determined to make a change.
I've been on this mission just to be a better person. And I'm not talking about being a better person on the internet because that's easy. I'm talking about being a good, genuine person all around.
In an effort to rediscover who she was before online fame had chewed her up and spat her out, Breland moved back to Louisiana and reconnected with family, but something was still missing from her life.
I left this channel in hopes of finding myself, but I still couldn't stop thinking about my audience here. Believe it or not, I still have hopes and dreams for this channel.
That's right. Breland was resurrecting GlitterForever17. The YouTuber promised to keep the nostalgia alive by not only keeping her old videos up, but unprivating past controversial uploads. And as for new content, well, that would focus on where Breland is currently, with an emphasis on renovation, home decor, and lifestyle content.
You've grown up, and so have I, and therefore, the content's gonna be more grown up as well.
That's where Breland's story leaves us, with a YouTuber attempting to regain what she lost.
At the end of the day, I just want to make a positive impact on your life in any way that I can.
It's this token perseverance that's kept Breland relevant, for good reasons and bad. Success is difficult to achieve, and even harder to let go of. Breland's online journey proves this.
I did some disgusting things, all in the name of money.
When the life she had built started crashing down,
reality hits you in the face hard.
The YouTuber went to drastic lengths to avoid her inevitable fall from grace.
Oh, I know I'm trash, honey. I'm proud trash. You don't like this trash? You can get the f*** out of here.
And ended up making choices that aren't easily forgiven or forgotten.
Money is not worth your integrity, your morals, or the person that you are. That is a lesson that I have learned the hard way.
This is the story of Breland Emery Kent, the YouTuber who risked everything to stay on top.